What's happening, guys? CFTLiner-C2 here. So sorry I haven't posted a video in a while, so to make it up to you guys, I'm doing a live stream currently. So that's me over there doing a live stream. And I also said that I would be redoing an old video. So, any guesses? Make your final guess right now. 3, 2, 1. Oh, darn, you didn't guess. That sucks. I'm going to be redoing how to model your bus. So if you wanted to, because I watched it, and since it was on my webcam, it wasn't very good quality, and I want to bring you guys the highest quality that there is, which isn't going to happen, but I'll bring you a higher quality. Let's just say that. So I'm going to show you how to do this, or do the roof, and do this. I'm just going to take that off and I'll redo that because it needs a little touch up right there, and just a few other tips that I have. So yeah, so let's say your bus looks like this. You had a roof but it fell off, or you had a nice hood but your brother scratched it off. Well, that's practically what happened to me. Let's just say that my brother came home and decided to tear up my bus. Now, of course he didn't. I actually tore it apart myself and, you know, did that to show you what the effects are. So I'm going to show you what you want to do. So, yeah, let's start off with the roof. Okay, so the materials you're going to need for a roof is a glue stick or a glue bottle. Now, I prefer glue stick, but a glue bottle does work, except for glue stick usually works better. You're going to want a pencil. This is always helpful. You don't need it, but it is nice to have every now and then, or a pen, your choice. You're going to need scissors. These are the only scissors I have in my room, so. A ruler. You're going to need this. And of course, you're going to want computer paper, just blank white computer paper. And then this will make the roof. So let's get started. Alright, so what you're going to want to do first is you're going to take your paper, and you're going to just put it on the bus. So you just want a rough estimate of how much you'll be cutting. So you can either take your pencil and mark off, you know, right about here or so, or you can take your scissors and physically cut it. So, you know, you would just cut, let's say about that much. And then you would do the same for this. So you would come up here, and then you would physically line it up with the back of the bus, and then cut. And then you would just cut that until you got your little roof. Now, this is where stuff gets a little more tricky. So, let's start off by doing the sides of the bus first. So you're going to want to put the paper on top of the bus. You're going to want to line it up with, you can kind of see that line right there. So you're going to want to line it up, not way too far down, but not also, you know, half and half like Two-Face. You're going to want to find a perfect spot. Mine is usually, like I said, this white line right, or this line right here. So, you know, about right there, and that'll do. So then you'll come over here. You'll find that spot again while still holding this down. So then, you know, we'll cut off about right here. So then, you know, all that'll be gone. And then you're gonna want for this, you're gonna want to put it in the back, all the way in the back. So push back as far as it'll go. You know, even it out by holding it like that. And then you're gonna want to come up here. You're going to want to cut this, so you know I like mine to be as exact as possible, so I usually just cut mine just like that. And then you can make any more cuts and measurements if you want. Now, after all the cutting and stuff, I got it down to this. So we started off at a full sheet of computer paper and we got it down to this. This fits nice and perfectly on the bus. So as you can see, if I pull it down right here, line it up with the front of the bus, about right here, and then come over here, you got a perfect little angle, except for that right there, and I'll have to cut that off in a minute. And again, this is where a pencil comes in handy. in case you get something like this, so then you can just easily mark it off. Or you can do, you can take your ruler, you can come over here and you can measure from, about right there, that's about 3 centimeters. So let's check on this. That's 4 centimeters. So, I'll have to cut off an inch there, and then come over here, start off the back. It's about 9 inches. And come over here. This is about 10 inches. You can't see, but so once again, this is where a ruler comes in handy. So do any measurements with that. So after making everything perfect, this is what you get down to. So then you'll just make sure that all measurements are right and that it looks good. So, this looks pretty good. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your glue stick or glue bottle. I'm just going to open it up. And this is what sets off most people. I'm just going to, start gluing it down as if you would anything else. So, just, it's as easy as pie, I guess. It's as easy as 3.14156254. So, just glue all it down. And then come up here and put it on there. So this is your finished product. What I like to do is I just like to flip it over just to make sure that, and then you can just come right up here and just cut off any extra. Just hold it up to the side or the front or wherever you're gonna, cut off any extra stuff, and then make that look all good so you don't have anything like this. So after you did that, you're gonna want to take a Sharpie, and this will go for your hood or basically anything, any part you want to do it on, and then you'll just lightly scroll, I don't want to say scroll, but you want to lightly go down the top of the bus. And if you go 2 ways, that won't make it look good. It'll only smear it all up. So, you want to either go up and down or left and right, and I prefer up and down. And I think you can also use Expo marker or whatever dry erase marker you have. But I just prefer Sharpie because it stays on a little bit longer than Expos do, because Expos, if you wipe them on something, then it practically takes that off. It doesn't make it look good. So, you come up here and you see, hey, that looks good. So then, you got that. And then, if I did have my orange marker on me, oh crap, I would do this right here. So, I don't. We're also gonna, reapply that. So then we can see everything. And then why is this not recording? Okay, there we go. And then, and this looks a lot better than what you started off with, hopefully. And, you can also add different wheels or logos or whatever. So, also another thing you may want to try out is using nail polish on that. That usually works out really good. I have yet to try that, but you can try that on your hood or your roof, or if you're just repainting a whole bus. So I know that usually works out really well. But you may want to try that out. So if you like that, you can go try that out, or you can use this method. I prefer this method just because it's quicker and cheaper. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. So make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a white button that says you're now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, or over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it. I don't care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up or I will suck you into a portal. Make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to your dog, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, just don't get raped because that's your problem. So, hopefully you like this video. If you want me to make more on something like this, or do another model video, please do let me know. I'm willing to do this. So, thanks for watching.